let's have a conversation.
What's happening, everybody? Let's have a conversation about tonight's Big Brother episode and everything that is going on in the live feeds. Apologies for anyone who thought that I was going to have this episode, have this live right after the episode. I was planning to, but what happened with that was that I watched both Big Brother and I also watched the challenge, and I keep getting confused about these times. I can't wait until next week is the last time they're going to have a Challenge USA episode on Sunday. So from after next week, my Sunday is going to be just dedicated to Big Brother only. And I'll only have to worry about covering the challenge on Thursday. So that's the reason that I had the mix up today. This whole writer's strike and the times of all the shows going all over the place just has me a little confused. But anyways, I'm here now. So I'm going to dive into what happened in the episode of Big Brother tonight. If you don't watch Challenge USA, or if you don't watch the challenge, this is a great season for you to start if you are a Big Brother fan, because there are so many Big Brother players on the challenge. So you will recognize a lot of the people that are on the show, and that'll make it more interesting for you. Anyways, so they showed tonight's episode of Big Brother, and we watched a lot of things happening on the live feed. We watched the flipping and the flopping of, are they going to vote for Riley to go home, or are they going to vote for Cameron to go home? That was last week. So they showed a little bit, you know how they show us some backstory of what happened previously. So they showed us a little bit of the campaigning. They didn't show much of the Riley part. The key critical part that they showed of Riley was the fact that her, Jag, Blue, and Matt, who are all aligned together, were in a room together an hour before the elimination. And when Riley realized that the majority of the house was going to vote for her to go home, she told her main people that I just listed, don't vote for me. And obviously she said that because you see what Hisam was saying. Hisam was pretty much like, if somebody goes against the votes to get Riley out, they're going to be the easy votes to get out next week. So Riley was like basically telling them, don't vote for me to stay, because that will give them a specific reason to target you guys. So that's the reason why the vote ended up being unanimous. And usually in the earlier votes, because this is only week 2, I know that because of how much these people are playing and overplaying, it seems like we're halfway through the season. I think they said today is day 19, I believe. So we are like a fifth of the way through the season. So people don't want to ruffle feathers early, especially these people. It's not that type of season. It doesn't seem like we don't have a lot of wolves. We have a lot of sheep and a few wolves, and the wolves are controlling the game behind the scenes. So the way that they chose to show it on the episode was to show that Cameron said that if you keep me in, I'm going after Hisam, which is my thing with that is that Riley said the same thing. Riley said, if you keep me in here, I'm going to die on the sword of going after Hisam every time. I'm going to try to win the power veto, take one for the team, and throw Hisam in. So Cameron showing Cameron talking to Cirie and them and saying, I'm going to go after Hisam, and then showing the diary room where Cirie was like, oh, that works out perfectly that Cameron is going for Hisam. That's not really why the votes switched. The votes clearly switched because they were scared of Hisam. They were scared of Hisam, and they were scared of the backlash of Hisam. But the show knows, the show is smart. Production of Big Brother is smart and knows that there is fans that only watch the produced show. So the fans of the produced show are going to be like, oh, Cameron made the more compelling argument. So that's the reason why they let Cameron stay. That was a back and forth thing. It had nothing to do with Cameron and it had nothing to do with Riley because neither of them were aligned with the group that was controlling that vote, which was Team Cirie. So they showed that little tidbit. It didn't mean too much to those of us who are live feeders. Let's see. So we had the HOH comp, which I was very curious about what it was, and now I see exactly why people were saying what they were saying about that competition. The HOH comp was called Snot a Winner. So it's just a variation of that, like, I don't know what to call it, that curling type of thing where they just hit the ball and then it does that plinko thing and goes wherever. It's not endurance. It's not skill. It's honestly quite a bit of luck. So they threw in a luck challenge, and thankfully for all of us, or for all of us who vote for who root for her, because obviously different fans like different people. But I'm a fan of Mama Fee, so I was happy that she got this type of challenge because all it required, hit the ball a certain direction and hope the chips fall where they may. This was her best chance at winning one of these things. It was totally random. It wasn't a memory comp and it wasn't a physical comp. Hit the ball and it goes where it goes. And she won. So this is the perfect time for her to win. Izzy said in one of her diary entries, she was happy. Izzy was happy and Cirie was happy that Felicia won because Cirie was like, I don't want the responsibility of having to pick. Hey Mark, I still didn't watch the episode tonight. If you have been following the live feeds or if you've been following the stuff that's happening, it's not that big of a, so there's only like a couple pieces of information in there that's any different from what we already know. But yeah, I mean, the flip-flopping, that's just what this season is going to be. So Izzy says me and Cirie are running the house. So we're happy that she was happy that Felicia won because she was like, okay, Felicia is going to do what we want her to do. Funny thing is, Haisam wanted Felicia to win. He's like, this is the best case scenario for me. I'm so happy because he feels like she's going to do what he wants her to do, interestingly enough. Because Haisam was like, she's going to vote in favor of the professors. But to him, it's like, I am the professors. I'm the voice of the professors, and I'm the leader of the professors. Not knowing that he basically got added to the professors for his ability to win comps, pretty much. So Blue looked like she was very sad about losing this one, but it was just like a random one. You know, at first when I heard Cam talking to Red, when I heard Cam talking to Red last night, I was like, why is this guy trying to devalue Felicia's win? But then when I saw the actual competition they were in, yeah, he sounded cocky and he does not have a good read on the game. He has a terrible read on what's going on in the game. But one thing that he's right about is that particular comp could have been anyone. It just sucks for them and that side that it happened to be somebody on the Cirie side who won that competition. So Felicia ended up putting, as we already know, Jag and Cameron on the block, right? Jag was not happy to get put on the block. They're going to show the power of veto on Wednesday, but we who watch the live feeds already know that Jag won the power of veto, and that's the reason why he's in that chicken suit. By the way, the multiverse gave Felicia a punishment for winning HOH. That's weird to me. I would be unhappy if I were her that I got this slime punishment for winning HOH. But anyways, Jag got the punishment with the power veto of having to walk around in that chicken costume. I'll see how I feel. Tomorrow is going to be fireworks. Well, tomorrow is going to be fireworks if they select Haitham as the replacement nom, but we don't know what's going to happen. That's the whole thing, because for sure the plan of the whole house was like, if Haitham does not win the power of veto, we are going to put up Haitham. And then all of a sudden they started having these conversations, and they're like, oh, they have this strong 7 on the other side that outnumbers us, so we need to put up one of their numbers. And they're like, oh, we got to put up red, and we don't even know if it's going to stay as red. This house is a house that is not solid. And the thing is, Felicia, Haitham, Jared, people have kept throwing out this cookout name. Oh, we want to do something like the cookout. We want to do something like the cookout. I want to take this opportunity to say, put some respect on the cookout's name. Because last year on my other page, everybody was like, oh, the cookout was so easy because everybody was protected and everyone was working for each other. If it was so easy, we'd see something like that every season. Not necessarily race-based, but just in terms of, we got a group together that is strong together, and then we got each one of those members working with pawns. The reason that's hard is because it requires the group to stay solid under pressure. It requires the group to trust each other, to stay together, and to work together, no matter who wins HOH, no matter who wins power veto. Everybody has to work towards a common goal. So I feel like that's the reason why these groups that are forming this year keep flip-flopping, because they don't have a common goal. They each individually just have a goal to make it to next week. And you can hear that. Like when I've been watching Red and Cam talk at night, they're like, oh, we're going to stick with the 7 because we have to stick with them for now. And then as soon as a chance comes to take a shot at one of the other ones, we're going to get out. And then we hear Felicia and Cirie talking, and it's like, we need these numbers. We need this and this person. Like, we don't really care about Red or Bowie, but we need them in our group because there's the 6 on the other side. There's a 7 on the other side, and we need to sway them in case there's like a voting situation so that we can have this amount of numbers against that amount of numbers. They're not working together. There's groups of like 2, maybe 3 working together, but there's not a big group of 7 that's legitimately like, I'm willing to throw away my game for these other people. That's not happening at all. That's why it keeps getting flipped and changed. Hey, Tammy. This group is a lot. America is going straight from Matt. Camred holding, trying to start civil war. They are. By the way, as of today, I'm checking again so that I have an exact number. As of right now, I have 223 subscribers on the channel. Shout out to all the new people that subscribed today. It's about maybe 21, 22 people that subscribed today. Shout out to y'all. And my goal for this week is to get to 300 subscribers, and also to get to 80,000 views. The 80,000 views, I think, is definitely going to happen. The 300 subscribers, we'll see. I mean, I've reached every goal so far this week, so we'll see what happens. There will never be another cookout, especially if POC are playing this way. Yeah, and they're against McCole. I think if they can get Izzy from Miss Felicia and Sari, they'll be better off emotionally, mentally. You can hear it, especially trying to put Red over Hisam. They're playing emotionally, not mentally. That's for sure. I have never watched a season where just all about the house guests. No, this is what I'm trying to say. The entire house, with the exception of Hisam, knows that he was the backdoor plan. That's wild. That's crazy to me. This team is this group is light on the gameplay, and also they are light on the knowledge of the show. I have now realized that a lot of the younger casts that they cast for Big Brother nowadays are people that they recruit. So therefore, they check on their social media followers or whatever. They see, oh, you got a good amount of followers. You look like a unique candidate that people are gonna watch the show for, but they don't know anything about the show. So they'll like binge watch a little bit and they'll watch a couple of seasons here and there. And think about last season. The final three, Taylor, Monty, and Turner, none of them were fans of the show. I think all three of them, if I'm not mistaken, said they just recently had started watching the show. Taylor said the first season she watched was The Cookout. Turner said that he first started watching season 21. He just said in his interview with me. And Monty, I think, had just recently started watching it as well. I think they just picked him because of a look and a typecast, honestly. What's up, MILF man? This is one season I've turned off missed episodes. I've never done that for Big Brother ever since I started watching it in 2003. Yeah, I can understand that for the purist fans. There's like fans that are really interested in people who are knowledgeable about the gameplay. And I can definitely understand your plight. And I actually watched back old seasons and the play was classic and this is nothing like that. But I'm a sports fan and it's kind of like watching sports back in the day versus watching sports now, like basketball, how the game was tough and physical. And now it's a lot of perimeter play and 3-point shooting. I just had to be like, you know what? The sport is a totally different thing now than it used to be. And I just got to accept that. Otherwise, I wouldn't watch. And that's why BB sucks and why a lot of old school fans and a lot of old school players don't like it. BB sucked for the past 10 years. The last great season was 14, in my opinion. I agree, MILF man. I actually quite liked season 16. I mean, that was the first season that I watched, but I liked season 16 quite a bit. But one could actually argue that season 16 might have ushered in the type of Big Brother that we see today, to be honest with you. It's just that now is an even wilder version of it. There's not a Derek on this season at all. The funny thing is, there are super fans on this season, right? Izzy is a super fan. I'm not sure if I would categorize Corey as a super fan, but he's a fan. He does have knowledge of Big Brother. I think that they said America is a super fan, and I think they said Felicia is a super fan. Felicia said she's a super fan. So we actually have at least 4 people who know how the game goes. But the thing about the game is it's one thing to watch all the seasons and be a fan of the seasons. Being a fan of the show does not automatically guarantee that you're going to be good when you get in the house. Because obviously they picked Izzy, which is somebody who had all the tools, all the tools to be amazing in the house. But obviously we're seeing what's happening with the pressure cooker with her. Which, by the way, let's get into that. I was watching the live feeds today, and Izzy was crying, and she was talking to Jared about Cirie, which is weird for Izzy to be crying to Jared about Cirie. And I know that in some sense, it's like I can't really talk to somebody else the same way about her. But at the same time, you're manipulating them into being in an alliance with you. So it's weird for you to complain to one third of that alliance that is obviously on your side by force about his mom. And Jared, I mean, in general, like I think that Jared is throwing his game away for Blue. But the thing about Jared, the good thing about Jared is that he'll get into a conversation like that with Izzy and pacify her. He's like, I understand better than anyone. I had an issue with my mom before. Like, he's trying to calm her down or whatever. And she feels good about that conversation with Jared. Whenever Jared gets the opportunity, he'll be like, this is what Izzy said to me about you. I told you she's emotional, and I told you we need to cut her. So let's work on getting her out. I don't like whatever season started this whole I want to vote with the rest of the house versus voting how you wanted based on what would have been best for your own gameplay. Yeah, she's crazy. I seen your live feed. Her looking at Cirie. I think she has grown some emotional. Yeah, because the thing is, in the first episode that Cirie was in, she was like, I know their secrets, so I have power over them. But the thing is, they've now been in the house for 19 days. They sleep in the same room. They talk all day and all night. She was already a super fan of Cirie. So even though she's like, oh, I got the power over her, blah, 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 she's excited to be working with Cirie and feels an emotional attachment to Cirie. And if y'all actually know anything about Cirie can talk with you, laugh with you, cry with you, spend all this time with you, hug you, all this stuff that she's doing, and still cut you at the end. So obviously, Izzy did not study the game tapes enough. This guy superfans have brains of peanuts. The problem was a lot of these superfans just enjoy the show and have no common sense. I watch, study, and take notes. Plus, I have common sense. Milfman for season, what are we on? Season 26. She's crying. Hey, Lisa, what's up? What is up, Lisa? Let's see. Season 16 started the voting with the house BS. LOL. What's up, Chocolate? Thanks, Milfman. Even worse, it has been going on for so many seasons. Dude, she follows her to the bathroom. Did you see when she said, "Can?" So I still haven't got rid of this cough. This cough has been going on, but that's funny. I did not see that, but I'm not surprised by that. Dang, nobody. Ain't gonna be starstruck by nobody. The only thing that matters is the money. Yeah, so everything that's happening outside of the Jag side is Cirie. Cirie is controlling all of that. Cirie is very smart because she doesn't want to win anything because she's already hot by being somebody who's been on so many shows. So she's trying to downplay her threat level. Is he like meant to? Yeah, they're really she's really interesting with this Matt thing. Very interesting with this Matt thing. Like, subscribe, share, and hit and set your notification bell. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, like the way that it's making it look is like she's feeling Matt. Like Matt's about to turn her back or turn her out. I don't know if she ever was with men before, but very interesting and funny. Leave it to Chocolate to point that out. Too late. Cameron and Red already plotted. Yeah, but I mean, Cameron and Red are on Cameron and Red Island. So if one of them wins, yes, I could definitely see them. Milfan said it yesterday. If one of those two wins, I could see them actually putting Felicia and Suri on the block next to each other. But if one of them don't win, one of them is going on the block. So it's like a matter of they have to win. They have to win in order to do this because they're at the bottom rung of their alliance. Which, by the way, speaking of alliances, give me a second. I wrote down because I forget this stuff every second. There's too many things going on. They made an alliance earlier today. I forgot what they called themselves already. Something seven, the Deadly Seven. I don't remember. They were trying to figure out a name and they were like switching up on the names. But all that matters is the seven. Sari, Jared, Felicia, Matt, Blue, Jag, and Izzy. And Felicia was trying to sell this seven very hard and being like, we have to stick together and work together. Otherwise, the other side is going to take us out. All right. I thought Sari would have played a more loop. I think she is playing a low key game, to be honest with you, because she has not been nominated yet. So I think she is playing a low key game, as low key as she can play. I think Jared will tell Blue. I think with the way he's going, he's definitely going to tell Blue before Jury. They are queer. They are fluid. I'm talking about Izzy specifically. I don't remember hers. She said in the first episode, I think she's like, I'm 99% into women and 99.9% or something like that. But he's the 0.01 that would turn me out. Something to that effect is what Izzy said. Yeah, that's probably the group that I was talking about. So we find out tomorrow who is the replacement, correct? She best not put Red up there. I'm so serious. I know Miss Felicia's husband having a fit about that. I was reading some stuff about, I was reading and watching some stuff about Miss Felicia saying that her husband was not happy that she's on the show. Please tell me Jag is not buying this. No, Jag is not buying it. Jag is just doing what he has to do to survive another week. 7 deadly sins. The funny thing is, that's not even the name that they first came up with. I can tell you guys in a second because I put it in my community post. The Savage 7 is what they originally called it. I know that the 7 deadly sins was one of the names they came up with, and then they were like, let's call it something else, and let's call it something else. With this group, they don't know their left from their right, so that's why I said I'm just going to tell you guys the 7 that are in it. The name will probably change 100 times, and the group will probably change 100 times. I hope you wait till man, if you guys have been looking at the live feeds, I haven't been staying up late enough to see them because their conversations are happening about 4 o'clock in the morning my time. So I don't stay up for that anymore. I might start doing that when we get late in the season, but as of now, I have to get my sleep. I was losing so much sleep in the first 2 weeks. I'm going to bed in the next 20 to 25 minutes. So this is going to be a relatively quick one, but I've been getting up in the morning and going back to those talks that they have, and they sit on that hammock or couch or wherever, and they talk for like 3 hours, 2 hours, and he's telling her, he keeps hinting at his secret and giving bigger and bigger hints. I can't tell you anything about my brothers because it'll clue you into my secret. You know, like I considered telling Riley about my secret, but I decided not to, but she's going to find out on the TV. It's just, and then they'll have these little moments where he's like, "Whoa, oh, it was about to get crazy just now, but I restrained myself. Like, if you keep looking at me like that, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other." And I'm like, Jared has the potential to throw this game away. Blue is just taking it. I don't agree with Felicia calling her a hoe. I will say that. However, I do agree with the part about I feel like she's willing to do whatever she has to do for the game. I do feel that way. I do feel that way. I feel like he's more invested than she is. Jag, one person with common sense, finally. Who's a part of the new group? Yeah, that's who I was just listing out. Rory, I'll read it for you again. Cirie, Jared, Felicia, Matt, Blue, Jag, Izzy. Cirie, Jared, Felicia, Matt, Blue, Jag, and Izzy. I will type that out for y'all because I lose track too. Matt, Blue, Jag, Izzy, right? So that is the new 7. And this was kind of Cirie / Felicia's idea / somewhat Izzy's idea to get in Matt, Blue, Jag. You know, Jared, obviously Cirie and Izzy automatically knows a number, but Felicia actually pitched this to Jared because she doesn't actually know. She does not actually know that, you know, Jared is a guaranteed number for Cirie and Izzy. Why did Felicia call her a hoe? Because they were talking about her, and Cirie was like, Jared is saying that she keeps saying, "Why haven't you kissed me yet?" And she said that Jared was like, "Because it's too, I don't want to do that on camera, and I'm not that type of guy to do that. And we don't know each other that much, blah blah blah." So then Mama Felicia threw that in there. I guess blue hair roller is supposed to be Taylor's Lays. This is the most unstable household I've ever seen. I've seen some crazy seasons, but game-wise, my God, no common sense in this season. Felicia shouldn't talk because she's not even running her own HOH and she's clueless. By the way, if any of y'all have watched my interview with Jared, let me know what you thought of it. Give me some feedback. And if you have not seen it, please do me a favor and go watch it. It's mega bussin'. It was a totally impromptu interview because I literally said to the man, "Hey, I would love to do an interview with you." And he was like, "Sure." And I told him, "Give me your next 3 like earliest availabilities." And he was like, "I'm available right now." And it was 10:30 at night last Saturday. I was sick as a dog. I actually did 2 interviews while I was very sick. My interview with Hannah and him were on that same day. And I was coughing up a lung earlier, like right before my interview with Hannah. And I took like Dayquil and I was just blowing my nose. And I'm like, I had the worst headache. And I'm like, let's just get through this. So him telling me I'm available now was not really a good time. But I was like, you know what? These people, if you don't take the now, you don't know when or if you're going to get the later. Because my roster, Lisa knows, and the people who are members of my other channel, paid members of my other channel know that I have a huge roster of people that have said yes to an interview with me that have not given me that yet, which I'm not even going to list because I don't want to do that. I've kind of learned the politics of this thing, and it's not good to actually name those people because there are people who will jump on your channel just to send them a clip of you saying their name, and they won't even look at the whole video. They'll just look at that little snippet, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not interviewing with this guy." Appreciate that, Lisa. They are actually all, not all, but some of the season 24 cast is in Atlanta right now, or was in Atlanta over the weekend celebrating Jasmine's birthday. If Hisam doesn't go up as the replacement Nam tomorrow, I'm not watching somebody until somebody actually gets the courage to make a big move. So happy to see that you're getting more interviews. Appreciate that. The day you plant the seed is not the same day you eat the fruit, because last year I reached out to all these Big Brother 24 casts. 90% of them didn't respond. Indy's manager responded, and that interview never happened. Joseph's manager said, let me check out your page first, and then they didn't respond to me. And the rest of them didn't answer me at all. So I kept reaching out for months and getting no responses. And I almost just gave up on the interview portion altogether, until Alyssa Lopez finally kind of broke the barrier. I don't know what to call it, but she was the first person who actually did an interview for me from Big Brother. And then when I asked Hannah, she had heard about that interview with Alyssa. So I think things kind of pick up that way. Who would want to hang out with Jasmine? Yeah, so as of, I don't know when, as of earlier today, I think that Corey and Jared had brought the group back to a point of let's vote out Hisam. I don't know if that, I'm sure that's going to change. We're going to find out on Monday. I don't care what time of day it is on Monday, as long as I'm available. As soon as I see whoever it is that is picked, I'm going to hop on live right away. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to talk about it, but even if it's 5 minutes, just to be like, this person was the replacement Nam, you can count on me for whenever I see it, I'm going to be on. And I'm going to let you guys know, because I can't wait to find out who they eventually end up putting on that block. And I really hope it's going to be Hisam. Think about handing. You know what? But you know what, Lisa? You know what's a funny thing? This is so funny to me. I brought my business cards because I actually finally made business cards that said I'm a podcaster and a vlogger. And I brought them to the club that they had, not the premiere party. Well, I brought them to the premiere party also, but I mostly gave them out at the at the lip sync battle. So when I was giving my business card to Hannah, Hannah is a millennial. Hannah was born in 2000, May 14, I think, 2000. That just blows my mind and makes me feel super old. I'm like, she was born in the year 2000. Anyways, so I was like, hey, I walked up to her, and I mean, she had already met me once or twice, and she was like, hey, Mark, nice to see you. I didn't even say, hey, Hannah. She was like, hey, Mark, good to see you again. How are you doing? Whatever. And I was just like, since the last time we talked, I started doing a podcast and I started doing interviews, and I would love to have you on the channel to do an interview. And she was like, oh yeah, sure, definitely. So of course. And she's like, let me find a day that's free on my calendar. She found the day, she locked it in, And she was like, send me a Zoom invite right now. So I was like handing her my business card, and she was like, oh, I don't need that. She was like, nowadays we don't even do business cards. Like, we, as long as I have you locked in on my calendar and I'm following you on social media, like, that's all that's necessary. We don't do business cards anymore. And I was like, business cards are old school, honestly. I mean, some people still use them, but not a lot. A lot of millennials do not use them, believe it or not. They never use them. Lisa, if you've seen, what a lot of people have now is they have QR codes, and they have a QR code that's like linked to their website. So when somebody's like, can I get a business card? They open up the QR code and you scan the QR code and it brings up all of your information. So they don't walk around with physical business cards anymore. She was kind of laughing at me actually for even offering it to her, and she gave it back to me. And I tried to hand out a bunch of other ones, and I saw a lot of them on the floor from the people that I gave them to. And I don't think that was on purpose, because like some of them were drunk, but it is what it is. Where are we at? I saw a YouTube clip. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that too. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna apologize to my cast for absolutely nothing. I did nothing wrong." My guy is still trying to live off of that 2022 attention. I'm an 80s baby. I'm an 80s baby as well. He's spiraling. Am I missing something? Well, I'm not able to. I do miss my live feed parties. I'm not gonna lie. I miss being able to hop on my live feed parties, because now if I'm on here, it means that I can't even watch the live, because even if they hear even if they hear the audio in the background, they shut down my whole video. So okay, I hope they don't end up getting over wanting Haisam Khan anything. I don't believe anything until the ceremony actually happens. At this point, it's a coin toss. It's always a coin toss. And the funny thing is, the final three last year were not super fans and just started watching the show when they got recruited. So being a fan of the show and knowing how the game is played is not even a requirement for winning anymore. No, that's literally it, Chocolate. That's literally it. Hannah's not the only one who said that to me. Hannah is not the only person who said that to me. Even when I gave Sam from the circle, when I gave her my business card, same thing. She was like, I'm adding you on Instagram, send me a DM. The thing that sucks about that though is there might be some truth to the fact that they do a lot of their business on IG. But the thing with that is that sometimes they will tell you go to my IG because it's a polite way of saying no, because a lot of them don't check their IG DMs. So I said this in my interview with Hannah. 7 people aside from Hannah that same night agreed to do interviews with me. And I'm not going to list those 7 because who knows what might happen. But 7 people, Love Island people, Big Brother people, Survivor people, 7 people from that night of that lip sync battle agreed to do interviews with me. Most of them said, send me a DM. None of them responded. The only one that I got was Hannah. $16 people in here tonight. I would appreciate if you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. By the way, shout out to the Shannon681 who shared my page, and I got probably a good at least 10 people who said they came to my page because of that page. So shout out to you for that. I appreciate that. He was looking pitiful. What exactly were they talking about, and why was he looking pitiful? I'm curious as to what they were having a discussion about. Exactly were they talking? Sorry, y'all. I just went on with my phone to see that we have 9 likes and we have 16 people. So the 7 people who have not liked the page, who have not liked the stream, please give it a like. That will assist with boosting me in the algorithms, and I'm trying to get this page up to the 500 requirement, which is the new requirement. Last year I had it harder. Last year I had to go from 53 views, 53 subscribers to 1,000, which I did. My other page is like 2,080 or something like that. But now you only have to get 500 to get monetized. And I'll be happy when I'm able to jump in here and people can give me super chats and super thanks and all that good stuff, because I've been going hard for 19 days for free. And this is time consuming. It takes a lot of time and effort. I will be here for the next 10 to 15 because I got to get up early for work. And also, I'm going to probably watch some of the live feeds before I go to sleep. Good night, Rory. Good night, MRT community. Always enjoy getting on to chat and vent. Thanks for your support, Rory. Just gave you a like. Appreciate that, MILF man. So my take on what's going on with this season, honestly, I do understand all of you who are like, this is not like the old seasons. And I agree. I wasn't a fan during those days, but I did go back. I have watched season 1, 2, 6, 10. 10 was one of my favorites. I think 1 or 2 of the other seasons before season 16. I watched like 6 of the first 12 seasons. And I totally agree that people played more individual. They played what was in their best interest instead of this half house, large alliance thing that they're doing nowadays. And I did like that, but frankly, the Big Brother game is never going to be that again. I don't think we're ever going to have that type of player. And even looking at, let's say, Riley and Kirsten, you know, they knew a little bit about the game, but their mottos that they had in the game, really. Riley's a bartender, but if you look at the posts that they have made on Instagram, which I have since the time they've been out, it's like, I would love to win this game, but I'm cool if I don't. Now, back when they were playing in 01, 02, 03, whenever, it was like, if I don't win, I'm just going to go back to my life and go back to my job. And that's it. The only thing that made a big difference for you was actually winning the money. Nowadays, you get on the show and automatically you get a huge boost. Followers, blue check. You can become a social media influencer immediately. So a lot of them don't care whether they actually win the game. So as erratic as the gameplay is and the people are overplaying, playing too hard and doing too much, I don't mind this season. It does give me a headache, but I'll tell you guys, and Lisa said this the other day, and I agree with Lisa totally. Well, I said it first, and Lisa said she agrees. I don't really like the first half of the season like that anyways. I get excited about the season once we get deep into the season. Like maybe 10 people remaining in the season. That's when I like the Big Brother season the most. Because it's such a slow moving game that if everybody was playing strategically on day one and playing it like the chess game that it should be, we wouldn't have this much to talk about. So I do have an enjoyment for it, honestly. But I do understand people who have watched it from day one and seen the dramatic shift from day one till now feeling this way about how it goes. But the first season I saw was season 22. So I think we're going to have the same type of players if we get rid of Allison Grodner. 1056. All right. He was alone for a good portion of the time. I don't know what the discussion was about. They went to commercial. That's the theme of this season, going to commercial. Wouldn't it be crazy if Felicia was leaving next week after her HOH reign? Edward, it would be crazy, but it wouldn't be shocking. Last night, Red. Last night, Red was having a discussion with Cameron and being like, Felicia's playing a good game. She now has an HOH on her resume. She possibly might have taken Hisam out on her resume. So now she's hot and she needs to go. So if one of them is still in the house, and especially if both of them are still in the house, like if they take out Hisam and Cameron and Red are both in the house and one of them happens to win, ooh, it's spooky for the other side. Felicia's target is now much bigger because of winning that HOH. Because at the beginning, I know they were just thinking of her as like, oh, she's the old lady. We don't got to worry about her because she's old, but she got a good read on the game. She's in multiple alliances. She has an HOH under her belt. She would have a great case if she made it all the way to the end. Oh, that was the one other thing I did want to talk about was Cameron and Red were having a conversation with Matt, and they're like, we want to work with you. The other side doesn't care about you. We'll protect you. If we win, you got nothing to worry about. We hope you win the next HOH. We'll be rooting for you. They wanted to secure something with Matt. They secured something with each other already the night before, but they wanted to add Matt as a potential extra number for them. Matt, everybody keeps saying Matt, like Jared is like, I'm not worried about Matt at all. We can sway him. He's easy to sway. I don't know. Because I feel like Matt goes with who he feels most comfortable with. And I don't think he's the type of guy who will be there for 3 weeks and you don't talk to him or you don't make him feel good. Then you all of a sudden start talking to him and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm so loyal to you. I think that his loyalty, regardless of if he agreed to this 3 with Cameron and Jag, his loyalty is to, I mean, not Cameron and Jag, Cameron and Red. His loyalty is going to stick with the people who he was there with from the start, which is Jag and Blue, but especially Jag. I think Jag is his number 1 remaining in the house, and his number 2 loosely is probably Blue by association. But when they threw those 2 names out there and said, I know you're close with the 2 of them, he was like, no, I'm really close to Jag. I'm okay with Blue. So that's his number 1, like, ride or die. That's exactly why I was saying if they just let Hisam stay for another week or 2, the bye-bye bitches better hope that exactly they're gambling with their Big Brother life. One other thing was Izzy crying. I mentioned that already, actually. Like Izzy was crying to Jared, or Izzy was crying after that conversation with Jared because Cirie apparently made some kind of jokes about her in front of the group, and she keeps questioning to herself. She's like, "Am I a fool for having this final three thing with Jared and Cirie?" And now Jared and Cirie are talking to each other and kind of being like, at this point, even if she exposes us, she'll look like a liar because she was willing to hold this secret the whole time. And you know that if she turns against them, they are going to expose and trash her whole game. So this is the reason why she didn't use that correctly. She got too hype to grab up Jared and be like, I know y'all secret and we got to work together. She got too hype with that and told them too early. And this whole forced gameplay thing puts her at a disadvantage too. They're at a disadvantage. She's at a disadvantage. You save that information for a rainy day. Use it when you need to use it. That wasn't a smart move by her. She could have tried to form something with Cirie, but not tell her, like, I know this is your son. And, I know you and I know this is your son. Anyways, I know this is a shorter one than usual, but I've been losing sleep, like I said. I'm probably going to relax, watch some of the live feeds. And I want to thank all of you for your support, for your follow, for your participation. And I hope that everybody has a great night. Oh, hey, Retro. If y'all have not followed Retro's channel, I met Retro last season through Big Brother. And we've been following and supporting each other. I hop on her channel as often as I can. So make sure if you are not following her channel, give her a follow. It is still Hisam. I don't know. I've been on here for an hour. It could have changed 10 times. So as of when I hopped on here, it was Hisam. I have no idea what it is now. You caught me right before I'm about to hop off. Said wrong time to head to bed. Retro is here. Retro, do you want to hop on? Because I am, even though I'm about to go, if the people want to hear you, I'll stay on a bit longer before I go. Let's see. I happen to like it better now than the beginning. People were so rigid in the earlier days. That's an interesting take. Matt is also loyal to Cirie. He and Jag told Cirie. Riley told him to protect her. What's up, Retro? The people asked for you.
That's so sweet. I love them. Oh my God, Mark. Let me just say, Felicia's the best HOH. I love her.
She is.
She's so real. Like she actually was excited to win HOH. Like she was so happy.
Did you post your channel? Did you post your link?
I don't know if it worked.
Because I'm not seeing it.
Oh, I guess it didn't. You have to do it for me because
Okay.
I'm not a mod, so I can't post it.
I need to add you as a mod. Okay, go ahead.
No worries, hon. Hi, Tammy. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Oh my gosh. Let me just tell you, I love, remember how I didn't like the episodes and stuff, but this one, I loved the episode because it had so much Felicia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good episode. I did like it. I did.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I love the way Hisam feels really comfortable.
He does. He was like, the thing that I want the most is, he's like, this is what I wanted. Best case scenario for me.
Best case scenario Monday, baby. I swear if they don't go through it on Monday, I'll be so mad.
Yeah, same here.
If I wake up and I hear America is on the block, I'll be like so mad. I'll be
Same
like,
here.
what a waste of an HOH.
Same here. Same here.
And oh my God, did you see Matt?
You mean after Riley got out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And not
sad.
only that, like when he was talking like to Suri and Izzy in the backyard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When he was just saying that people think he's standoffish, but it's because he can't hear. Yeah.
Does Izzy go both ways? Because she was like, yo, you're freaking hot.
That's what Chocolate was saying.
Like,
I
I'm
was
so
noticing
confused
that.
on that one. Like, that just like whoa.
It was,
Like, what?
yeah, it was odd because I remember in the first episode, she kind of said as a joke, it sounded like, I'm 99.9% gay, but he would change the 0.01% or whatever she said. But
Yeah.
no, she was looking like she was legitimately.
She looked like she was really meaning it. Like, damn,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I was cracking.
Uh,
I was thinking, like, I wonder what her girlfriend is thinking watching this.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it was the
Chocolate,
second.
2
Exactly, it
times.
was the second time. It wasn't one time. It was 2 times. I was like, what the frick? What's going on over here?
The first time you could say it's a joke. The second time you're like, you're contemplating at this point.
Yeah. Because I was like, I don't know, man. That was just weird. But the one thing I did not like the snot thing. Like they had to like go. Oh, that was just like so. Ugh.
But I guess they've done things like that. Well, not the snot specifically, but remember the one where they had to keep doing the singing with the Street Boys type, the Whack Street Boys or whatever they called it.
Yeah, the Wax Street Boys. Yes.
They do throw in those stupid things every once in a while.
But since when does an HOH winner get a punishment?
That's the thing. Those other ones were not winners. So that's the part that was stupid about it to me.
I was like, what is this? Like, I don't know, man.
And then the thing that sucked too is that the other things are like one person has to get the punishment. You saw how they all had to get up for every single time there was a slime thing?
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning, the whole house has to get up.
Yeah, they all have to be there and watch it.
I would be so mad.
What the heck?
There's one thing I hate.
They still haven't freaking said Bowie's power. Yo, I'm mad. I'm freaking mad.
And then they showed they gave Jared a great edit.
Oh,
because if you don't watch the live feeds, if you don't watch the live feeds, it did not have all his misogynistic and sexist comments on there.
No, it made it look like he's like in love with Blue and she's so beautiful and that he's like talking like that.
Yeah, he's Prince Charming on the
edit. Yeah.
But in real life, he's like, how many people have you had sex with? Well, do you dance in the club? Because I don't like seeing girls who dance in the club. How many guy friends do you have? I don't have girlfriends because I want to F them all.
See, that's what it is, man. It's Big Brother is 2 different shows. You have the live feeds and then you have the show.
And I didn't know that because I told you that I watched season 22, the first season that I watched with no live feeds.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw the live feed stuff later, I was like, wow, this is, whoa, I was watching something totally different.
Yep.
The edit version is way different.
It's like what Taryn said tonight. He said, it's like when you write this amazing book and the book is so freaking amazing and you read it and whatever, and then you make the movie and the movie's just trash. So you got the book and you got the movie. So you got the feeds and you got the show.
I have used that exact comparison before.
Mm-hmm.
At my group here, I told them it's like when I was in school, you would remember Spark Notes and Cliff Notes.
Oh, Cliff Notes. Yes.
You could not read the Cliff Notes and get the whole story of the book.
Yeah.
And I tried to use Cliff Notes to pass tests before, and my teachers were smarter than me. So they would buy the Cliff Notes and not put those questions on the test.
Oh, no way.
So I feel like the edit version is like the Cliff Notes, some little snippet of what's happening.
Yeah.
Because they're talking for hours, and they'll put like 2 minutes of a 2-hour conversation in there.
Oh yeah, and they always put the worst part of the conversation.
Small part, like a
Yeah.
very. They made. I was saying,
they don't even show like the context.
Like they were making it look like at the beginning of this episode, they were making it look like Cameron made such a compelling argument to Cirie, and that's why they switched.
Yep.
When it had nothing to do with Cameron. Nothing to do with Cameron.
Nothing at all.
Because they showed Cameron like, oh, well, I'm going to make it my mission to take out Hisam. That's the same thing Riley said. They both said that.
Yeah.
They were just like, Riley's more dangerous. That's what they ultimately decided at the end. They're like,
But
oh, we can take out
Riley was
Cameron.
Riley wasn't dangerous though.
He was probably actually based on all these conversations I've been hearing of Cameron, she was probably the better one to keep.
Yeah, definitely. Because now Cameron and Red are gathering an army.
Yes, they're gathering a army. Cameron said
getting an army going, yo. Like, are you serious?
They thought Cameron couldn't do anything, but all these outside floater people that they picked up can go either way.
Yep.
So he could do something if one of them happens to win.
And did you see that Matt lied to Jag?
What did Matt say to Jag?
Well, Jag said to Matt, what did they talk to you about? And he just lied and didn't tell him, like,
oh, I didn't see that.
How they're going for him. They're going for Jag and Blue. They want to put Jag and Blue on the block.
I heard them say that to him, but I thought that he was going to tell Jag.
Yeah, I thought so too, but no, he didn't tell Jag. He just lied and said something else.
That is interesting.
I was like, damn, Matt, what's going on over here?
Matt's starting to play the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Matt is, I guess, what you know what I said, though? I was like, once Riley gets out of the game, I bet you Matt's gameplay is going to be better.
It always happens like that. Seriously, Mark. It always happens.
Yeah, like once your crush, your showmance is out of there and you have to focus on the game, it's a totally different game.
Yep, exactly. Blue That's why you should never get into a showmance.
Blue is ruining Jared's game. I don't blame Blue for it. I blame Jared, but Blue is ruining his game.
Jared gets on my last nerve.
He was playing a lot smarter.
I love his mother. Don't get me wrong. But like she was going a bit too much. Yeah. I was like, please just stop. Just stop, Cirie. Just stop. Like stop. Because I was having a bad headache with what she was doing. She's like going, oh, let's get rid of this person. Let's do this one. Oh, let's do this one and this one.
And they've kind of formed this Mean Girls Club in the HOH room.
Oh, now there's the Savage 7.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Oh my God, dude. I can't keep up with these alliances. There's too many.
And I was saying to Tammy, they didn't even call it the Savage 7 in the beginning. They had another name. And then they couldn't agree on the name and they switched the name up. I'm like, you guys can't even stick to a name. A name of an alliance.
Right? How can you stick with an alliance if you can't even stick with a name? Like, get out of here.
Felicia really thought she was rallying the troops too, because I don't know if you saw the part where she was like, "We got to stick together like how the cookout did."
Oh, when was that? When they did the bye bye bitches?
No, today. That was today when they did.
Oh, today? No, I didn't see that. Oh, is that what she said?
She said that while she was campaigning to them.
See, she's loyal.
She said the reason why
Felicia is a loyal one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she said the reason why the cookout was able to succeed was because they all stuck together and sacrificed and whatever. And I'm like, this 7 is not going to do that. They're just trying to get to next week.
Exactly.
They'll form a whole nother 7 next week.
Exactly.
Oh, this group changes alliances more than they change underwear.
Oh my God. You know what? Tonight the feeds are going to be crazy because tomorrow is the veto ceremony and
They're
they
gonna be
have to stick
campaigning
with
all through
one
the night.
person.
They're
So they're
gonna
going to
be
be like,
talking.
oh, maybe we should go with this one. No, this one. Maybe this one. Oh, what are the pros and cons of this one?
Yo, this group is so analytical about this game.
Yep.
They don't care about relationships. They don't care about trust. They're just like, this number. So this person, this one, and that one, and they're doing so much counting and so much like analytics.
Yep.
I can't. I just can't keep up with it. I can't
As
keep
I
up.
told Mark Retro, I've been watching Big Brother since 2003, and this is one season that has no common sense. I've seen a lot of crazy ones. I've watched every flipping season, okay, Andre? Every season. I watch Australia, I watch UK, I watch Canada, I watch this one. I totally agree. This is one unstable house, yo.
America is shooting her shot at Matt for real? Oh,
What?
wow. Where did that come from?
Really?
I didn't even see America talking to Matt.
Wow. Hey, Riley's gone. It's my
She was
turn.
like, yeah, she was like, I was just waiting for my shot.
Yeah, now I can shoot my shot. Sorry, Corey. You have your mannequin, whatever the hell that is that he has. I don't know what that is. What is that he has? He has like a stick with a head.
I was actually surprised when last night they were having that whole big meeting and they asked America if she was into Corey and she said he's growing on me. I was surprised by that. I didn't even know she had any interest in him at all.
Oh, okay. So America was into Corey? See how I said the past tense was? And now is into Matt? Oh, Lord. Are we going to have a triangle over here?
I'm feeling like it's just one of those things where the longer they're in the house, she's like, there's not too many options for her when you look around.
No.
This is not a house with a whole bunch of single, like young, fun singles in there. Most of them are in
Milkman. He said, is this a dating show or a show for money?
Yeah, Milkman has a different idea than most people. He's like, oh, I won't trust anybody. I would never hook up with anybody, and I would never believe anything anyone says.
Right? I don't know. Seriously, is he starting to like Matt? Like it was just weird when I saw that.
It looks like it. It's been looking like it.
Oh God, yes, on Canada. Yep.
What season was that?
That was season 9. Oh, 9. Yeah, it was season 9. Yeah, season 9. It was Beth, Ty, and Jed, and this girl was like stringing along these two guys, and they liked her, and there was like a love triangle. It was crazy. Yeah.
Do you think Blue is legitimately into Jared or not?
I think she is, because did you see her in the diary room?
Yeah, but I'm iffy on it still. I'm still kind of iffy on it. I don't think it's all game, but I don't think it's all like she's so deeply into him either.
I don't think Jared's really into her. I think Jared is using her for game.
I think he was trying to do that at first. Now I think he's thinking other ways, as you said.
But yesterday. I don't know. Red said Blue is cutthroat, and she would cut Jared in a second.
I think so. I do. I actually do.
Well,
I actually do. I think she's influencing him and trying to get information from him. And he keeps telling her, I had this secret, which is dumb as hell.
Jared is dumb, yeah. If he tells her that secret, he's stupid.
It's a wrap.
He'll be in trouble.
It's a wrap for him and Sari if he does that.
Yup, his mom will give him a spanking.
You can give him one now.
Oh my God, Jared, how dare you? What the heck?
the worst part about it is he's lying to his mom about how these conversations are going.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you hear her describing it to Felicia and Izzy, it's not anything like what we're seeing on the feeds. Like, oh, she's coming on to me and I'm turning her down, the blah blah blah. Nah, he's saying just as much as she is.
Mm-hmm.
It's an equal thing.
I don't know, but Jared equals brain nuts.
D. Big D. The Milfman said Jared reminds him of Big D. He judges women a lot.
Yeah.
He's definitely judgmental, that's for sure.
Very. Yeah,
Well,
that's it. Yes, Retro. She wants Blue. Got Jared on lock. Yeah. The broom with the wig mannequin. Yeah, that, Tammy. What is that? Like, why does Corey have that?
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Like, did he get a punishment that he has to have that?
Yeah, because if not,
Like in the veto? Like, maybe in the veto ceremony? Like, in the veto competition? Because Jag is a chicken.
Possibly. I hope that's it, because otherwise, what the hell is he doing walking around with that broom?
Jag is dressed like a chicken. Cock-a-doodle doom. That's what he says. Cock-a-doodle doom.
I would hate to be in one of those costumes for a week. Like
Oh
that.
My God. I would hate it with the passion.
Being hot and itchy and just,
oh God.
And I think he wears his turban under that too.
Yeah, I think he does actually.
So
because in some religions you can't take that off.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that's a terrible punishment.
Oh my gosh, poor Jag. I like Jag. I think he's cool.
I actually like basically all the cast, even though there's some that I like more than others. I pretty much like the cast this year.
But can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Why would Izzy go to Jared and complain about his mother to him and not think that Jared is not going to go to the mother and tell her?
That's also what I was saying before you got on here. I was like, he's definitely going to tell her as soon as he gets a chance.
Yeah. Like, why would you even tell him?
And then I think there was another point earlier where she was complaining to Cirie about Jared. So it's like she's complaining to one about the other and one about the other. Like it's personal. These are personal complaints, not game complaints.
Yeah.
She's acting like she's a part of the family for real.
She really is.
I think she wants to be. Like, she hopes that she gets some adoption papers after the show is done.
Oh my gosh. I don't get her.
Izzy just like Jared has a peanut brain. Tammy said, I think Blue is falling. I think Blue. So somebody pointed out earlier that Blue said in the first episode that she's looking to get into a showmance and possibly a love triangle.
Oh, damn.
And she's a social media influencer too.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like she does TikTok and stuff.
She does TikTok. I mean, she doesn't have a terrible amount of followers, but she will when the season's over.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It always happens like that.
Not as much as Hisam. Why was she staring at Cirie? Oh, that clip that I posted?
Oh, yeah, that was weird, yo.
I was just watching. Randomly, I was on the feed. And then I was like, wait, what the heck why is she looking at her like that? There was no reason for it. This was like right before they were going to bed, like shortly before they turned the lights off. So Cirie was just turned in her bed and she was just looking at her, and I thought that was weird.
Yeah, that was really flipping weird.
At first I was like, oh, maybe it's just because she moved in the bed, so she was just looking to see what the noise was. But when she kept looking, I'm like, nah, this is too odd.
Right?
She's very deeply into Cirie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I was cracking up at Chocolate's comment when she was like, she got me at the third stare.
Right?
It's creepy.
Like she keeps like turning over and then looking at her again and then going to the other side and then looking at her again. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh,
Could you imagine Suri turned around and saw her looking at her?
She would be so she was mad actually that Izzy was mad that Suri made a joke that she was a serial killer.
Yes. I heard about that.
Yeah, I forgot.
And she calls Cameron. She says Cameron looks like a serial killer.
That's not. She talks so much trash to be upset about jokes being made about her. She talks crazy about everybody, especially when she gets mad.
It's like, come on, girl, it's a joke.
She doesn't take jokes.
No, she doesn't.
She was so mad at Riley for nothing in the first week. So mad at her. Oh, she didn't talk to me. Like it's a game. Well, she ain't lies. She got that down pack. She got what down pack? Oh, the serial killer thing.
Yeah.
I would be very scared to work with her. You saw Retro when Jared was talking to his mom and saying that they need to cut her before a jury?
Yes, I saw that. That's when after they got into that argument where she said, "Don't talk to me like that," or whatever.
No, he actually spoke to her yesterday. And he was like, "We need to get her out." He said, "What good is she for aside from not telling our secret?"
Oh, yeah. When he was saying that to his mom.
Yeah.
Yo, they can't cut her. She knows the secret.
Yeah.
Like, they're stuck with her. Like, they're walking on eggshells. Like, that's it, man. You're done. They had to have one person, like I said yesterday, they had to have that one person that only knew about this damn secret in the whole house.
Exactly.
You know?
Jared wanted her to stop following him, so teased her about the comp. Felicia told Sari that a person in the middle person go all the way to the end. I told you Felicia is clueless.
What?
I'm not understanding this sentence.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I was like, am I tired?
I love Felicia. What do you mean? And I love that Felicia is a Big Brother super fan. I love that.
Yeah. There's conversations where her, Izzy, Sari are in the room when they're just talking about all the different things of memorizing the rooms and counting the days. This happened on this day. This person got eliminated on this day. That's when you really hear how into the game stuff they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're like really into every little detail.
Because you never know. There could be some secret door. You know, like you never know what's in the house.
What season was that I'm remembering that had a secret door that somebody found?
Oh, boy.
Was it 16?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Somebody found a whole secret room and had to
there was a secret room. I remember that.
And there was like a phone booth or something. There was all these people around the house. Yeah.
Oh, wait. You're thinking Big Brother Canada.
Oh, yes.
That was Big Brother Canada where she found the secret room with the phone.
That was the season that I watched. Yeah.
Yeah. Where she was like getting all these like clues.
Yes.
Of where to go and stuff like that. And then she found the secret room with the phone. And then she got to talk to her mom or something.
Someone who's cold-blooded. Kevin.
Oh, Kevin. Big Brother?
Kevin on Big Brother Canada.
Big Brother 10?
So cold-blooded.
Yes.
Like the way that he did William, oh my goodness.
Oh my God, you're thinking Big Brother. You're talking about Big Brother with Aika. That one. Yes.
That one, yep.
Yes.
Kevin was so cold-blooded with how he played that game. Like he would do and say
he even said before he went into the house again, he said he'll do anything to win that money.
And he did.
Yep.
And he was hooking up with William, and come to find out, they said he's not even gay or bi.
Nope.
And he's like married to a woman now.
He got married to the girl. They met on Big Brother when he went on Big Brother the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
what was
cool.
her name? I forgot her name now. Oh gosh. Yeah, for real, chocolate. It's true.
You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta watch season 5 of BB Can. That's a great.
Yes, season 5 of BB Canada, guys, is amazing. I don't know if you guys know Ika. Ika is queen. She's the queen of Big Brother Canada. She's amazing. I love her. And Karen. Oh my God, Karen is like Felicia. Okay,
Yeah.
Karen's like a Felicia. Karen's hilarious. She's the older lady of the house and everything. Oh my God, I love her. That's why I'm so happy we have Felicia.
Yes, me too. I was happy right away. Even when I saw her profile, I was like,
me too. I was like, yes, finally.
Interest to the show.
Felicia is military police. She's far from clueless. Exactly, Tammy. Exactly.
There's a secret room in BBUS before, if you dial the 3-digit number, something would open. So I think I did see season 3 then, because I'm pretty sure I remember that.
Something would open up that you would call through, and you picked an envelope, and you only open. Oh yeah. I remember that. That was a long time ago, yo.
That sounds Survivor-ish.
That's so long ago. Because you think about it, it's 25 now.
Oh my goodness. Time is going. If I was on the show, I'd be one of the older guys. Well, not on this season, because this season they have a few people.
Yeah, what I would love is that I'd be the older lady, but they would never know that I'm the older lady.
I remember you
because I would never tell them my age.
I was about to say, I thought I remember you saying if you went on there, you would tell them you were like 10 years younger.
No, not 10 years younger. I say I'm 25.
Oh, 25?
Yep. Screw that. Why not? I don't look my age at all, so might as well. Oh, I'm 25. Hi, guys. My name is Retro. I'm 25. I'm a waitress. Hi. Nice to meet you all. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm 48, but you have no clue, and I know things that you guys don't know. And I'm gonna cut you guys when I can cut you.
I think that's kind of what's happening in this season, because like the older players, they just have more. The younger players study the game like it's a test.
Felicia didn't lie about her age. I know that. But it's Bowie lied about her age.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bowie made herself 10 years younger.
Oh, I probably merged that with what you said.
She's 45, but she told them she's 35.
And they all bought it because I didn't hear anyone say, I don't think she's 35.
Yeah, because she doesn't look 45. I'd buy it too. I'd be like, oh yeah, nice to meet you. Hi.
Man.
I just can't wait for tomorrow.
I appreciate you joining me, but I'm very tired.
Yes. You got to go to bed. You have work. You have work tomorrow.
Are you out? Did you do a live
tonight?
Yeah,
I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, okay. You did a live tonight, or you're doing one now? Oh, you already did one.
No, I didn't do a live. I didn't go live tonight. No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna go live tomorrow, though.
Okay.
After we find out who's after the veto ceremony, right away I will go live.
I'll hop on. So follow Retro's channel. I'm on there.
Guys, my channel is Retro Loves Big Brother. So that's the way you find me. Just put Retro Loves Big Brother and my page will come up.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. So everybody have a good night. Good night, Retro.
Good night, Mark. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for hopping on. And I'll talk to y'all soon.
Okay, bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, hon.